Lucky taps into the telepathy function and connects with Artemisha, who is now online in the virtual world of Panja. "Hey Artemisha, I'm back," Lucky says with a casual tone, eager to continue their adventure. "Kya?" Artemisha yelled, her excitement palpable. "I got it. I got the quest." Lucky activated the option to teleport in front of Artemisha. Artemisha beamed with excitement as Lucky appeared before her with the party butterfly wing. "You see, I was just crafting this sculpture, and suddenly, an NPC offered me a quest," she gushed, gesturing to the intricate artwork in front of her. Lucky couldn't help but admire the intricate details and lifelike quality of the statue that Artemisha had created. She gazed upon it in awe, taking in every aspect of the masterpiece. Suddenly, a notification pop-up window appeared in front of her, informing her that she had received additional stats just by viewing the statue. Lucky quickly dismissed the window and turned to Artemisha. "What's this new quest you've received?" she asked, intrigued. Artemisha smiled, her eyes lighting up with excitement. "Well, I tried talking to different NPCs for information, but I could not find any, so I decided to make an artwork. After completion, an NPC instructed me on what to do. Isn't that just fantastic?" Lucky nodded, impressed. "It sure is. What's the objective of the quest?" Artemisha's face became serious, and she explained the details of the mission. She explained the task in which she had to do an artwork of Balal. It is derived from pre-colonial Anitos that the Filipinos worshipped. Balal is the guardian of harvest. The female NPC said that some of the kids of the town had destroyed the Anito. Artemisha had done some investigation and found out that the townsfolk created a shrine in a cave. The cave is near a rice field. However, as of this moment, the field looked like the crops were infested by pests. The farmers said that without Balal's protection, they could not have a bountiful harvest. Artemisha and Lucky went to the border of Simula to find the monster Pinocchio, a puppet-like monster that drops high-quality sculpting wood. The monster is level 40. Currently, Artemisha is level 30 and Lucky is 34. Both had increased some level ever since their first meeting. Since the monster they'll fight is a captain status monster, it will be hard for a level 34 or even a level 40 character to defeat the monster. Artemisha knew this, so she said, "Let's hunt normal Pinocchio first. Let's grind until we are at least 5 levels above it." Lucky knew that even in her current level, she can defeat even 2 captain status level 40 monsters at once. However, she decided to keep her additional stat points a secret from Artemisha. It would be too annoyingly lengthy if she would have to tell the story about her beta tester days. A few low-leveled monsters blocked their way and Lucky eliminated them one by one in a snap. Artemisha was taken aback by Lucky's speed and amazing fighting skills. She couldn't help but admire her friend's prowess in the game. Another group of monsters appeared, and as the monsters approached, Lucky effortlessly dodged their attacks, her movements fluid and graceful. She then used her newly acquired skill Shadow Strike to defeat 3 of the monsters in one swift hit. Artemisha couldn't believe her eyes as the monsters fell to the ground, defeated. She gaped in awe. "Wow, that move is so cool. The Handtaker class is really awesome. Don't tell me you will change your character class?" Lucky asked. She sheathed her Chris dagger and collected the loot on the ground. Artemisha swayed her head sideways. "Changing class is too expensive. I would rather buy a house in the game than change my character's class. Besides, I like being a Bihani because it gives me some advantages for my subclasses." Lucky nods in agreement. The change of class is too expensive. It is worth 100,000 game currency pesos. In one of the towns in Kingdom App 8, you can buy a Rambler with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom for that price. An economical townhome with 3 beds and 2 bathrooms is 150,000 game currency. For a player who started out in the poorest kingdom, it is hard to even buy an affordable mobile home with 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, which is around 80,000 game currency. Lucky currently has 20,000 in game money. She sighed dejectedly. She's been playing for months, but still, she can't even afford a means of transportation, yet alone real estate in the game. Besides, I can't imagine losing that much. I am 8,000.00 short of 100. I've been saving it for months now because I wanted to buy real estate so I could turn it into an art gallery. Lucky exaggeratedly turned her head towards Artemisha. What you? How did you earn that much? Artemisha contemplated. Well, my artworks sell pretty well at Kingdom App 8. She slapped her palm to her fist. But I guess being chosen as the artisan for the nobles is the easiest way to earn. Imagine, the Sultan had given me 20,000 game currency for the mystical bird Adana artwork. Do this noble look for a Manunulat? Lucky note to herself to get more artisan subclasses to earn more. I don't know, I believe they have their own scribes in the palace. But who knows, maybe you could activate a quest. So don't lose hope. She gave a thumbs up to Lucky, who nodded enthusiastically while thinking of cash. The sound of leaves rustling suddenly cut off their conversation, causing Lucky and Artemisha to tense up and search for the source of the noise. As their eyes adjusted to the light, they saw a gleam of bright light in the distance, shining through the trees. They were not sure what to expect, but they both knew that they had to be ready for any kind of danger that may come their way. Pino, a massive wooden puppet-like monster, appeared before the two. Its branches like arms reached out like bony fingers ready to grab its prey. Monster name: Pinocchio, male, level 40. Artemisha and Lucky were on guard as the creature before them stood tall, towering over them with its massive form. Its golden-plated body shone in the sun's rays, creating a menacing gleam in its eyes. It let out a sinister grin, exposing its jagged teeth, and puffed out its chest, ready for battle. The creature known as Pinocchio was notorious for its aggressive nature and was feared by many players in the VMORP. Artemisha and Lucky knew they had to be cautious and strategic if they wanted to make it out of this fight unscathed. Artemisha swallowed nervously. Even though the monster is male, there is no way she could use her attraction skill against it. Also, she could not remember when was the last time she saved her progress in the game. She panicked internally. The monster runs towards the duo, causing them to be thrown away. The way it attacks is reminiscent of a bowling ball hitting the white barricade. Artemisha's HP bar is in orange after the hit. She immediately gets a recovery potion, and the color is now greenish-yellow. Lucky checked her status and noticed that her health points were decreased by around 3%. She needs to finish this monster immediately because it might hurt Artemisha. Lucky quickly activated her magic skill, preparing to launch a powerful attack on Pinocchio. She summoned the dark energy that surrounded her, channeling it into her hands. The air grew heavy with the energy she had summoned, and the ground started to shake. Artemisha tried to take cover behind a tree as she prepared herself for the impact. With a fierce chant of the attack, Lucky unleashed it on Pinocchio. The dark energy hit the monster with incredible force, sending it flying backward into the trees. Pinocchio let out an ear-piercing screech as it was defeated. Lucky and Artemisha breathed a sigh of relief as the monster disappeared into thin air and was replaced by a chunk of wood. Lucky took a moment to catch her breath and checked her HP. She was grateful that the skill didn't drain her health points too much. Artemisha approached her, a big grin on her face. That was amazing, Lucky. How did you learn to use dark magic like that? Lucky gave her a mysterious smile. I have my secrets. Technically it is not a secret since her skills came together as she changed her class from Kaftan to Hanteka. Artemisha's eyes lit up as she examined the loot that had dropped from the defeated monster. She couldn't help but smile when she saw the beautiful, golden-hued wood that she had been searching for. She took a moment to study the wood more closely, admiring its unique texture and color. She knew that this would be the perfect material for the sculpture she needed to make for her quest. This is exactly what I was looking for, she said, a broad smile spreading across her face. Lucky, who had been keeping a close eye on Artemisha, was pleased to see her friend so happy. She knew how important the quest was to Artemisha and was glad that they had managed to defeat the monster that had been the source of the material. Great job, Artemisha, Lucky said, giving her friend a pat on the back. Let's head back and get started on that sculpture. With their spirits lifted and the materials they needed at hand, the two friends made their way back to town. The NPC that Artemisha talked to earlier was pleased to see that Artemisha was able to obtain the golden wood. However, she said it was not enough to create the Anito Balal. Lucky surfed the net to read about Balal in real life. It says here that Balal can be depicted as male and female. I think we need to kill another Pinocchio for the golden wood. Also, there are accessories for the male and female. Artemisha contemplated for a while, then said, I think we need to explore the town to know more about Balal. An old man told them that he could remember that the Anito is wearing a loincloth. The two friends continued to search the town. They heard a rumor that one of the kids responsible for the destruction of the Anito is nearby. Artemisha and Lucky felt a rush of excitement and thrill as they finally got a lead on their quest to restore the Anito Balal. They followed the trail, eager to find the missing piece that would complete their mission. As they walked past an old bridge, they came across a young boy whom they suspected was involved in the destruction of the Anito. The kid seemed scared, but Artemisha used her calming voice to talk to him and gain his trust. Lucky also used her skills in persuasion to make him feel comfortable. After a few minutes of talking, the kid opened up about what he remembered about the Anito. To their surprise, the boy mentioned that the Anito was wearing an anklet, but he couldn't remember the exact appearance of the Anito. It was as if something was blocking his memory. The two players looked at each other with a glint in their eyes. This was exactly what they were searching for. This is it. The anklet is our key to restoring the Anito Balal, Artemisha said excitedly. Let's keep searching, I can feel that we are getting close. At the end of the day, they had gathered that Balal is wearing a loincloth, others said it was a tapis. They also told them about the earrings that it wears. This is also the information Lucky read while researching online. Lucky and Artemisha decided to take a rest in the game world and meet up the following day. The next day, the two friends headed to the dense forest near Simula after they defeated another Pinocchio. It was the place where the anklet was rumored to be located. They were in high spirits, ready to take on any challenge that lay ahead. As they passed through an old world tree, sounds of flapping wings could be heard in the distance. It was a group of harp pieces. These creatures were notorious for their high-pitched screech, which sounded like off-tone harp strings, and their sharp talons that can tear through armor as if it was paper. I'll assist you from behind. Harp pieces are female monsters. I can't do much for you, Artemisha said as she clenched her fist to her wand. Lucky looked at her assuring and nodded, "Don't worry, I got this." She quickly closed in on the harp pieces, dodging their sharp talons. The monsters were relentless in their attack, but Lucky was prepared. She parried their attacks with ease, waiting for an opening to strike. When the opportunity presented itself, Lucky unleashed a powerful spell, sending bolts of dark magic toward the harp pieces. The monsters let out a blood-curdling scream as they fell to the ground, defeated. With the harp pieces defeated, Lucky and Artemisha continued their search for the anklet. As they made their way deeper into the forest, they encountered a pack of wolves monsters called Lobo. Lobo is a Tagalog word for wolves. These Lobos were no ordinary beasts. They were enhanced with dark magic, making them stronger and faster. Lucky was outnumbered, but she did not let that discourage her. With a grin, she charged towards the wolves, aiming her dagger with deadly precision. As a hand-taker, Lucky's attacks are efficient and deadly. The Lobos falls one by one, lifeless. With the Lobos defeated, the two continued their search for the anklet. While walking, Artemisha accidentally stepped on a weird plant. She was transported to a different part of the forest. She tried to contact Lucky but was not able to connect. Lucky felt something was wrong, and when she turned backward, she saw that Artemisha was nowhere to be found. Her communications are also useless. She was worried that her friend accidentally died and was logged off the game. Or maybe, there was an electrical interruption of some sort. She just decided to continue the quest in hopes to find the other material before her friend logged in again. Lucky's hair rose at the end when she heard a sinister laugh behind her. "Are you lost, girl?" It came from the evil bandits. These enemies were known for their cunning and their ability to steal from players. They are wearing rock metal band outfits and there was black face paint on their eyes. The bandits proclaimed that they were searching for jewelry or any valuable items the gamer have, but Lucky was not about to let them get their hands on any of her possession. She drew her dagger, ready for battle. The bandits were quick, but Lucky was quicker. She dodged their attacks and countered with her own. The bandits were no match for Lucky's skill and power. She struck down the last of the bandits with a final blow, victorious. Lucky searched the dropped items from the defeated bandits, and to her surprise, she found the anklet she was searching for. But the journey was not over yet. The earrings, loincloth, and tapis were still missing. She hoped that if Artemisha was not logged out and was teleported somewhere, she will be alright and that she could also find the other materials. Artemisha squinted her eyes to adjust to her current location. After being teleported, she could still not find anything but trees. It was dark in that part of the forest as if it was night. Shivers ran through her spine when she heard a howl of a mysterious beast. Nervously she turned around and saw a huge beast. The monster's face is human-like, with sharp, angular features and piercing eyes. Its nose is sharp and its lips thin, giving it a menacing appearance. Its long, black hair is wild and unkempt, framing its face. The monster's body is that of a lion, with a muscular build and strong hind legs. It has large wings that are as dark as its fur, with powerful muscles that allow it to fly through the air with ease. Its front legs are strong and powerful, with razor-sharp claws that it uses to grab and hold its prey. The monster's fur is black, with a rough and shaggy texture. It has a thick mane that runs down its back and neck, which serves as protection in battles. Artemisha blinked and almost laughed, because, despite the fearsome appearance of the monster, its tail looked out of place, almost comical. The monster is called Manticore, which Artemisha believes was named due to its tail. The monster's tail resembles a milk tea straw. It's long, thin, and flexible, with a bright yellow color that stands out against its otherwise dark fur. At the end of the manticore's tail, there is a small cup-like structure that holds the monster's favorite drink, milk tea. The monster is known to love milk tea to its core and will fiercely protect its cup at all costs. This makes the manticore a formidable opponent for any adventurer who crosses its path, especially if they try to take away its precious milk tea. Artemisha eyed the milk tea. She was thirsty right now. The manticore noticed her gaze and growled as it tried to cover its prized possession. Relax, I won't steal that from you. In fact, she opened her virtual storage and take out a blueberry cheesecake. I have something for you that will complement your drink. The manticore eyed her suspiciously, and examined the treat. It smelled the cake and a gleam of excitement flickered its eyes. It ate the cake and purred happily like a cat. A pop-up window appeared in front of Artemisha. You have charmed the manticore. The beast will do your bidding for the next 8 hours. You can renew your friendship 2 more times. Artemisha dismissed the notification. This means that if she offered another treat to the manticore, it will be her protector for her entire playtime today. She did not know she can do this without using the attraction skill. She wondered if all classes could do this or if it is exclusive to the Bihani class. The manticore brushed its head to Artemisha. She patted its head and then she noticed that it is biting something and is offering it to her. She took it and to her surprise, it was a loincloth. She thanked the manticore and asked it if she could ride it to go back to her friend. The beast agreed and the gamer rode its back and ran towards the last place Artemisha remembered where she saw Lucky. In a few strides, Artemisha was finally able to connect with Lucky. She wondered why in the game even the no reception areas were recreated. Lucky, where are you? You won't believe it, I got the loincloth. Artemisha beamed happily from the line. That's good to hear. I was able to collect the anklet, tipis, and earrings. I am currently back at the old world tree where fought the heart pieces. Wow, really? Okay, we will be there. Lucky wondered why Artemisha said we, but she just brushed it off. The 2 gamers regrouped. Lucky looked at the beast that was used as a mount. She read its information and voice out loud manticore. Again, with the naming of this game. It is so simple but catchy at the same time. Got to commend the gaming team of Anthel Corporation. As they returned to the town, the artisan started her skill. Using her subclass Sculptor, she expertly creates the Anato Balal. It is the first time Lucky saw Artemisha works, and from the looks of it, this girl is a real sculptor in life. That is why she can create artworks that even the game recognizes as wonders. She thinks the girl is from Pete in the real world where so many good sculptors originated. You have finished an artwork. What will you name it? The nature spirits of harvest, Artemisha answered. By naming it, the artwork was officially registered in the game. Lucky read that artworks created by the artist's subclasses can be sold as a non-fungible token or NFT. With the official registration of the artwork, which means the revival of the Balal statue, the crops on the field magically grow. The effect was magical and beautiful. Both girls stared as the lifeless field was turned into a beautiful one. As if with no warning, both Artemisha and Lucky heard a melodious voice of a woman. Thank you for reviving my nature spirit Balal. Balal is not one but a legion of my nature spirits. When the statue was destroyed, there was no way for them to materialize in this world. As the voice said this, the statue of a male and female Balal was turned into nature spirits. The nature spirits bowed to Artemisha and went to the field to take care of it. As a reward, I will be giving you my Vita scroll. The melodious voice said as a scroll appeared before Artemisha. You have such wonderful hands. It will be nice to create with you. Also, for the handtaker who had helped our artisan, I tell you this, sometimes the ruins that you may see may be just caused by a curse of destruction, just like these fields. Both of the gamers saw a pop-up window in front of them that contains separate information. You got an oracle from the deity Kapuhayan, the deity of life and harvest. She has entrusted you with her scroll that contains a recipe for a potion that can give life. Artemisha reads. She then dismissed to the pop-up window to turn to Lucky. What does yours say? Lucky read the pop-up window out loud. You got an oracle from the deity Kapuhayan, the deity of life and harvest. She gave you a form of advice since she knows your roots. Lucky contemplated for a moment. Does it mean her roots as a kaftan or the kingdom she chooses? Lucky decided to remember this information since it might come in handy in future endeavors. Anyways, what does that scroll say? It says it can give life. I'll read it out now. Artemisha read the contents of the scroll. From the tooth of a tower among men. Feather of hue with flames that dances and never bends. Tears of a fairy on the peaks that reaches the sky. Blood of ferocious beast of old that could never seem to die. Hair of a mighty legendary beast, so grand. Breath from a deity that helped life expands. Mix them all together and what will you see? A potion for life, as magical as can be. A potion for life. Does this mean? She looked at Lucky excitedly. I can make my artwork alive. I mean, I can use them in the game. Lucky nodded in agreement. Seems like that is the case. You know what it means, right, Lucky? This will be our new quest. Collect all these ingredients and create a life potion. End of the chapter.